Yeah, 1 second. Hey! Oh,
Hey.
God. Right, sound is now working. Hey. Holy shit. I thought I'd done it properly. I very much apologise for that. Sorry. It's actually Mark's fault because he was screwing around with me before. Someone please tell me they can hear me now. Someone please tell me they can hear me.
I don't think it'd help if I said it.
Wait your turn. You're coming on in a minute. Right. Okay. So Leonie says we're hey. So I'm assuming sound is back on. Right. Sorry for the little technical mishaps at the start there, people. We're back. Welcome to the Madhouse. Once again, I welcome you to Studio 666. And I welcome back Mark David Sallard and all. How's it going, Mark?
Great to be here. I'm doing really well. I also welcome you all to the Madhouse.
And we've got a guest I've kind of wanted to get for a little while now, to be honest. Zac Roughton from Heartsink. How's it going, bro? Welcome to the Madhouse to you.
I'm fine, man. How are you?
Yeah, going good, man. Just going to answer a quick question that's in the comments at the moment. Shaleem Hussain asks, how are you and Mark in the same room? I'm not going to tell you the full details of it, Shaleem. Suffice to say, we're not. We are definitely not in the same room. We kind of are digitally, I suppose. So, Zac, I have... we only met through a Facebook group called Alternative Styles Reloaded. I think it was lockdown number 1 when we actually started chatting a bit.
Yeah, the prequel.
The prequel. Oh, yeah, because the whole thing got taken down for some shit that we ain't going to talk about on here. But I have been following Heartsink with quite some interest, mate. That's some really good stuff you got going on there.
Well, thanks, man.
And you sent me over a little press article from Alternative Press. How the hell did you get them to cover you for a start?
We were in like some of the emerging artists I wanted to watch out for in 2020.
Oh, nice.
Well, my friend Ali like recommended us for it, and like she really likes our music. And honestly, the things I said in the article, like, you know, it's like it gets you a bit emotional if someone actually recognizes the work, and it's like, yeah.
Oh,
how do people know?
Straight up. Caitlin, I know Wolfie's too busy playing flipping computer games to come on and watch the show. Of course he is. Yeah, so starting over. Got to ask you about that straight off the top. That single has gone a bit mental for you guys, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, we're our bassist and other singer Bryn. He initially came forward with the idea of starting over, and we loved it initially. We thought it was absolutely excellent. We thought, what better to have like as the first single of the band with like 2 singers instead of 1. What better to have a banger than that?
Nice.
It's just
nice. It's done so well online. Honestly, everyone that I speak to about it has had nothing but praises to sing of you, mate. And same here, to be honest. Right, just to kind of start the general questions for the people who don't know you. Where are you guys from?
We're based in York, and well, we've all lived in York. Our bassist Bryn is from like Lincoln and other places though. So, well, we'll say York for now.
I thought I could tell some Yorkshire in there. I'm actually Yorkshire born on my dad's side of the family, so I can tell a Yorkshireman a mile off. Like,
so you prefer Yorkshire tea then?
Oh, is there any other kind of tea, bruv?
Exactly.
The rest don't exist. Mark, you moved to Canada, you don't get a comment.
We don't even have kettles there, do
they? We're nothing but the best red rose, which it's probably they use dirt, I think, to make that.
Yeah, but mate, you couldn't get Marmite in the country for years and years. Like, honestly,
actually, last year was awful. The shortage during the height of COVID, it was terrible.
Mate, not gonna lie, Zac. Right? Canadians, right, they couldn't get Marmite at all. There were people trying to smuggle Marmite over there. I'm not even kidding.
Like it's some kind of operation.
Yeah, pretty much. They were trying to get it through customs and everything. That shit was mad. But yeah, okay. So when did you guys first get together then? Because obviously there's a lineup change in here somewhere that we're gonna have to talk about. But let's go right back to the beginning.
Me and the drummer basically we're twin brothers. We're not identical, but we've been like playing music together all our lives basically.
Oh.
And we were a different band before called One Way Street, and then we figured with the lineup change when we brought Kyle in. It was also one of our best friends who we always hang out with. We brought him in as our new guitarist, and since then it's just gelled completely, and we all just get along like mates. It's like it's important to see it as not like a thing you just see it as a laugh for mates. Really, that's all we do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess obviously, yeah, take it seriously enough to be successful at it.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, if you take yourselves too seriously, you implode your own band.
If you take the fun out of it, there's no enjoyment for yourself. It just feels like work. So
yeah, and there can be a lot of fun in the work aspects of it, of course. But
yeah, there can be. Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to put in the work to get there, but it's always striking that balance, really. So you say that the band originally only had the one singer.
Well, Bryn's more come into himself recently and become more confident with his singing, which is amazing, and it's amazing to hear as well.
Was he only doing backing vocals before that?
He did a lot of backing before, yeah. He's a really, really, really good songwriter. I said really a lot then, fuck's sake.
Really? Did you really?
Really, yeah.
Really?
He's an excellent songwriter, and he always comes to us with his ideas, and we all mesh together to like complete the ideas.
Very, very collaborative then.
Yeah, it's the best way to be. Like,
yeah, it is the best way to be honest. It's I don't know, like there are some bands that get away with having one main songwriter. I mean, my own, honestly. But it can vary, but it seems to it seems to work better sometimes when you got everyone writing. I do have a couple of pre-sent audience questions, if that's okay, Zach, from a regular viewer, Shaleem Hussain, who we'll probably hear more from him in the next 40 minutes or so. So, Starting Over is your first single in about 2 years, and it's excellent. I bought the download upon hearing it for the first time, as well as the two other songs. When can we expect more new music?
Well, we were actually working on music before the last lockdown, and we were going to go into the studio in November. But now it's looking more likely that we'll go into the studio probably like June, and maybe release some by the autumn time.
Nice. So who did your production on Starting Over?
Our producer, Ben Stuart Brown. He lives in Harrogate and is also in another band called Pray for Hayden.
Oh yeah.
And it's honestly like, it's really precise and everything has to be perfect, and it really helps the process a lot.
Nice. Would you say that the whole COVID thing has really slowed down your new output though?
Yeah, quite a lot, to be fair, because you've got to think of inventive ways to keep your fans like intrigued or occupied with what you're doing, and there's not much you can do really because there's no live shows, and that's what you live for, really.
According to Muttley, and I didn't actually know this, you released 2 more songs last night.
Oh, this was on Bandcamp. We just put a couple of extra on last night. It was
Nice.
Taking It Slow, Memory, I think, which were 2 other songs that were released as a double single.
Nice.
I can't remember when now. It's been that long of a year now. This whole COVID thing feels like one long year, even though it's...
Yeah. The big unlock will be like New Year's Day all over again, innit?
Exactly, yeah. Can you imagine the streets though? It's going to be mental.
Oh, mate, don't. I'm like having dreams about that day. Honestly,
Can you imagine the queue at Weatherspoons with all the people there?
Imagine the queue for the first gig back. Like, for anyone, like, honestly, I'll go and see some drum and bass rave that night. I don't care. As long as
I'll go see anyone, as long as it's not Coldplay, that's all right.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Like, no one's so desperate to see a gig that they'll go to a Coldplay gig yet. I mean, if this carried on for another year, we
might all have to resort to it.
Well, yeah, I know, right? Mark, you're not a Coldplay fan, are you?
Who are Coldplay?
Good. I was about to like reach my boot across from the UK to Canada and stick it right up your backside and kick you into the Pacific.
What I would say then is that it would be nice to meet you in person. Then.
Well, yeah, all right, but like it'd be a very quick meeting because it'd just be bang and you're fucking flying.
That's not very social distancing of you, that one.
Well, yeah, all right, fair enough, but yeah, screw it. But no, of course, the UK music scene has had some very positive news in the last few days. I don't know if you already heard this, Zach, but Reading, Leeds, and Bloodstock have confirmed that they are planning to go ahead at full capacity this August.
It is very, very, very optimistic, but we've got to have that optimism. If we don't have that optimism, what have we got?
Well, yeah, you're screwed from the start at that point, really, mate. Unless you try. Like, if they have to postpone, no one's going to hold it against them.
I've had my Slam Dunk ticket since 2019, and that's been postponed to September this year now. And it was my first Slam Dunk ever, and I've never been. I've got to wait so long for it.
That's the more pop punky festival, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, I've never been, but I believe Sum 41 were down to headline that one.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite bands.
Yeah, I love Sum 41.
So, speaking of favorite bands, what was that first band you ever heard that made you think, I got to pick up a guitar right now?
Probably Queen, if I'm honest.
Good answer. Good answer. You can stay.
I know that's a weird one for like a pop punk artist, but my dad used to listen to Queen a lot in the car, and then we watched School of Rock, and that really inspired me to pick up a guitar as well.
Oh no, see, when it comes to Queen, like I've even heard pop punk bands do Queen covers, like Sum 41 do a pop punk version.
Big killer Queen, isn't it?
No, We Will Rock You, actually.
Oh, We Will Rock You?
Yeah, but it's all fast. Like, we will rock you. It's fucking mental, mate. It's awesome. I'll find you a link.
Yeah, Queen's a very, very popular band right across the board. Not, I think everybody has been inspired by something that they've done. And
they did everything, didn't they? Really?
Yeah, they did. They were quite versatile. One that did surprise me though, from a heavy punk band that we were interviewing, actually based in Winnipeg, was Elton John was one of their influences. So that was unusual.
You can't
imagine
really...
a punk.
Say?
Yeah.
Imagine a punk Elton John.
Oh, that would be something. Although that Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting tune, that would make a half decent punk song, I reckon. And I'm trying to think who covered it a few years back. So it'll come to me, but someone covered it with a nice heavy sound. I think it might have been the Foo Fighters, and it really worked. But so Queen was that first band you heard like on record that made you want to pick up a guitar. But who was the first live band you ever saw and kind of made you know, right, that's what I want to do?
The first live band I saw was The Darkness as well. Another like metal
band. Zach, you're winning me over, mate. You're winning me over.
Because people just see me as like, oh, you just like pop punk. And it's like, nah, I've got different influences. The first band I saw was The Darkness, and it was excellent, honestly. Like,
nice. The Darkness. Had you even heard of The Darkness, Mark? Or?
Oh, sorry, I'm busy reading the chat. Sorry, what did you say?
No, have you even heard of The Darkness before? Over there?
Not musically, no.
Fair enough. They're one of those bands that they have that one big song that everyone knows. But if you delve into the rest of their stuff, they're actually so much more than a one-hit wonder. I'm right, in Isaac.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Like the One-Way Ticket album didn't actually do all that well from what I remember, but I think it was a banging rock and roll album, really.
They were also the last band I've seen live.
Is it?
Before lockdown, yeah.
Nice. That question was going to come up in a bit, actually. So nice.
Oh, sorry, man.
That.
Sorry.
Oh, no. It's cool. But no, they've got even better since Rufus Taylor joined on drums as well, though. Roger Taylor's kid.
Yeah. He's just a really good drummer. I've seen him play with Queen and Adam Lambert as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm now very jealous of you. But the weekly question from Muttley has come in, my friend. I think I told you about this before.
You should get a little jingle, man.
Good, actually.
No. All we need is just like the sound of like a frying pan going, and really.
Yeah,
but sausage sarnie or bacon butty, Zach?
Well, when I eat meat, because I'm vegetarian, I'll point that out. I don't know why I did the whole pointy thing, but why not both? Why can't you have both together?
Muttley's gonna love me for that one. But
a bit of brown sauce on it.
But is it more now a vegan sausage?
Vegan Richmond sausages, they taste exactly the same. Like they're so good. They are so good, yeah.
Oh, nice. Muttley, I am going to find the sound of a frying pan at full wank and stick it in for you. Really. Like I might even voice over it like Muttley's question of the week.
Like TV Burr.
Yeah, pretty much, innit?
Yeah.
I swear that little melody's off TV Burp, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh shit. Ariel, don't come after me, bruv. Like, I love you and everything, but please don't come after me. Adrian Parry, I haven't seen your name in here before. Welcome to the Madhouse, bro. So when you were gigging before lockdown, were you gigging quite regularly, or
as much as we can, really? Like just around wherever we get a gig, we'll play it because it's just the way we are. We just love playing wherever we can and supporting our friends.
Nice.
There's a whole pop punk community within like Leeds and York, and we're all mates and we all hang out and.
Nice.
I'm just missing that at the moment, really.
I'm going to have to pop up and check this out at some point because I didn't abandon England for Canada like someone.
Probably my favourite place to go when we're touring was Glasgow. Like, the fans and the crowd is just mental there. They go absolutely crazy for
it. So you've been on actual tours before?
More like weekenders, but like...
Touring's touring, mate.
And we stayed over in Edinburgh at Bannerman's, and it's the most drunk I've ever got in my life.
Oh, Bannerman's looks like a great venue. Yeah. I can't wait to play there eventually.
Oh, it's excellent, man. Like, the people who work there are lovely as well.
Yeah. I mean, if Scotland ever gets out of lockdown, but it's still...
First time I tried Buckfast.
Just on the subject of the whole Elton John thing, Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting has been covered by Wasp, Flotsam and Jetsam, Nickelback with Kid Rock and Dimebag Darrell, Queen, The Who, Fall Out Boy, Verbal Abuse, and several others. Jesus Christ. I need to go through these covers at some point, Shaleem.
Have you Googled this, or has someone actually commented this?
No, Shaleem just honestly put it in. Shaleem is like the guy who... Shaleem's the guy who kind of picks up anything that we don't think to ask you.
He's really going pointless, man.
Honestly, to be honest, Mark. Right, one day, if I get us a news desk with enough room behind it for a start, we need to
Canada.
We need to get Shaleem to guest host a show.
Well, yeah, we can try. I think I did broach with them once. We'll see.
Shaleem,
yeah, we'll see.
Shaleem, let me know if you want to guest host the Madhouse one day, bro.
Well, actually, he kind of does from the comments there. He's pretty much
I suppose he's kind of our comment moderator, really, isn't he?
Keeps him engaged.
Yeah. But no, so if you were saying about like great gigs in Scotland and such, but if you had to pick a greatest gig you've ever played, and everyone's got one,
Oh,
mate.
wow.
I know
Wow.
I know you've got one.
There's a lot. We've supported quite a few people, so it's really up there. I can't decide. Just let me have a think. Probably supporting Dream State at the Welly in Hull. That was
Nice.
such an amazing night.
Nice.
And this will sound really emotional, but our first gig we played with Kyle, like our guitarist, it was at Hyde Park Book Club in Leeds. And it was in a
Nice.
really, really tiny room because the downstairs was booked for a wedding or something, and he had some kind of saxophone band on. And that first gig, you can just tell like the energy's there, and you've got everything going, and it's going to be good.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh, coughing up in here. But yeah. So, what year was it you guys even formed then? Just trying to figure out how long you guys have been around.
This lineup for about 2 years now.
Nice. So you're still very much in your infancy as a band, like a long way to go, really.
But we had a lot to build on from before. Like the foundations were there. We're just building it up again.
Nice. Like if you could play any town, at least in the UK, that you haven't currently, what would it be?
Well, I'd like to say down south more, because apparently we've noticed down south is harder to get than near around us, or up north to Scotland and everything.
Well, I'll have to try and sort you something in Bristol, mate.
Yeah, I'd love to, man.
Yeah. Come play with Hellcats sometime. I'm like, and I'm already getting comments in the chat saying Bristol. It's strange. Like, we've done almost more high-profile gigs up north than we have down here, at least. I mean, I guess we get away with it down here a bit more because we're more local, but
yeah.
No, like I do kind of feel you on that down south seems to be a bit harder, especially London.
Yeah, we've only ever played London once, and this was years ago in like a different lineup.
Yeah. Like, Mark, I don't know if you've ever known much about the scene in London, but it's a bit of a catch-22 from what I've been told, where they want you, even on your first gig, they want you to guarantee a certain amount of people through the door. But if they won't let you get a gig in London, you can't build up the fan base to get anyone in the door.
It's a bit like the whole job thing when you need experience before having experience, and it's like they can't hire you without it.
I know, right? And then you can't.
So when I was in England, we were at the South Hampshire between Portsmouth and Southampton, and there just wasn't anywhere to play. That was what we were suffering. There were almost no venues. We had to go out into the city. And we have lots of several venues here that if you can't guarantee so many people coming in, they won't book you.
Shit.
And that's almost always cover bands as well, and they'll always have cover bands.
Yeah, true. True.
So yeah.
Karen Richardson says, "Hi Zach, lovely to see you, even though you can't see us."
Hi Karen, hope you're all
well. Who's your top favourite female artist from Tony Feasy? Actually, drummer in Adam and the Hellcats, and my father.
Top favourite female artist, as in solo or band, or does it not matter?
I suppose band could count in that as well.
Because I'm gonna say the obvious and go Hayley Williams.
Yeah, fair enough. Honestly, that girl don't slow down, does she?
No, she's constantly working at it. She can do so many different genres of music as well.
Well, she's. Oh God, of course she did. Leonie suddenly popped up with a winky face, just going bitchin' hour, right? I should say Leonie from Bitchin' Hour is on the show next week, people. Also, Zach, you can come back into the comments and annoy her on there. Paramore are one of those strange bands to me. I've always really liked them, but recently, well, I say recently, it was a few months before COVID, I saw a video on YouTube of them explaining that they were about to play Misery Business for the last time in a very long time on stage. And I'm like, guys, that's your biggest song. Like, do you go and see Metallica and expect to not hear Enter Sandman? Like, as much as, it might be overplayed, it's still the big hit. I mean, what's your take on that?
It was more to do with like the lyrical thing, like the lyrical content of the song, because basically calling a woman a whore in the song, which I don't agree with the principles of it anymore, which is fair enough, really.
I get you. I mean, I just think that some of the more casual fans might be a bit harder to sway. That, like, I get that some people read very deeply into the meanings of songs, and I get that others don't. Honestly, like, when I'm writing songs,
many theories in different songs, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, God, who the hell knows what Bohemian Rhapsody was about, right?
Everything.
Mark Shalim's trying to like be nice to you in the comments. You should probably read that.
Yeah, I did. Thanks. And you're right. Shalim is.
Yeah. No, Shalim's awesome. Like, but yeah, no. So I mean, what you say about going into the studio later in the year? What's the plan there? Are we talking singles? Are we talking an EP? Are we talking an album? What's going on?
Well, we've been working on like 5 or 6 songs already before the last lockdown. We got them all sorted and all like tight and ready to go into the studio. So it's just a matter of doing that again and working and practicing them again, because nobody wants to hear a band recorded with no practice, do they, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Adrian Parry, who I haven't seen in here before. I'm assuming he's a fan of yours. Welcome to the Madhouse to you, Adrian. Who has been your band's biggest influence on lyrics and style? Like, if you had to pick one.
A lot for me was like bands like Blink-182 and Sum 41, but of course we've got 2 singers, so I can say 2.
Fair enough.
So for Bryn, I think a lot of it would be like the Wonder Years.
Nice. But we'll have to get Bryn on at some point and see if the answers match up, or if he just goes, "What the fuck is he saying?" Like,
yeah, he's a very busy man. He's still working all the way through.
What does he do?
Yeah, he works at GIF Music.
Oh, nice. Well, tell him thank you from me. I've bought a lot of gear off of those guys. I think this show is pretty much mostly powered by Gear for Music. They need to sponsor us. They need to sponsor us or something. And you know,
I'm the only one who's not been working through the lockdowns, really.
Oh shit! Are you like on furlough or anything, or?
Yeah, been on furlough since March.
Oh Jesus! It's gotta be driving you nuts by now, really.
Yeah. There's only so many times you can complete Netflix.
Have you done 100% completion on Netflix?
I watched a full 9 seasons of The US Office in about 2 weeks.
Jesus, man, that is some serious boredom to bust right there. Shalim's popped up with a question. Going down the road, how do you plan to stand out from the competition? Would that be through the lyrics or anything else?
Basically, just letting our personalities shine through and who we are. And I've got quite a distinct voice for bands in our genre at the moment. Like, a lot of them, we lean towards more like the early 2000s, like mixed in with the newer. And I think that helps us a lot, because Man and Bryn's voices contrast a lot. It's like the old versus the new, and it just works together really well.
Yeah, I suppose the early 2000s were kind of the defining era of pop punk in a lot of ways, wasn't it? Hello. There's another very nice comment for you. Steve Lythe, hey Zach, looking forward to seeing you and sharing a few beers, bud, and hearing your new tunes at Fulford.
Yeah, I'll have to buy you a beer next time, Steve, because you've bought me plenty. You really have.
And if he now says he doesn't owe you a pint, just show him this video.
Well, he's basically like, Steve's a guy who goes to a lot of bands gigs in the UK. He supports a lot of bands. He's excellent, really.
I know a few people like that, just ambassadors for the underground, you know.
Just keeps a lot of us going, really.
Nice. Chris Isruk says, "Hi Zachy, what's your favourite song to perform live? P.S. You're amazing."
My favourite songs to perform live is probably Starting Over, if I'm honest. Like, you feel like the buzz from it even before you play it. When you hear the intro and then the guitar just coming after, it's like people know what they're coming in for. People know they're going to be hit in the face with that.
Nice, nice. And Muttley asks, oh, sorry if I did lose that question earlier, Muttley, but is there a story behind Memory?
There is a story behind Memory, but I'm not going to go into it. It's a bit too personal for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honestly, right, everyone, right now, this is actually a milestone. And no, Zach, I'm not going to, like, try and force the story out of you, but I just want you to appreciate that this is a milestone for Welcome to the Madhouse. That's the first question someone's ever refused to fully answer, honestly. So you have just become enshrined in Welcome to the Madhouse history. Right now.
I mean, it's a perfectly normal, reasonable question. It's just.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No! We totally get it, buddy. We totally get it. I'm honestly surprised that sort of thing hasn't happened before. Although
I've got a question. Should be. I don't think we've asked already. I know we've been chatting off screen, but Heartsink. Why the name?
Our old guitarist Tom named it after a Blood Red Shoes song called Heartsink, and he just really liked the ring of it. So we're basically named after a Blood Red Shoes song.
Nice.
It's not really a massive story.
I've never actually checked them out, to be honest. I've heard the name before, but
I've heard that song, and that's about it for me. Because it's got a name.
Nice. Yeah. One other thing I did want to talk to you about, just and me and you have touched on this more in private before. I'm autistic, and I believe you also are.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Just honestly, you're the first fellow autistic I've interviewed on here, so sorry, mate. I had to bring it up.
That's fine, man.
Like, a lot of people seem to think that guys like you and me shouldn't quite like performing. You know, they think by the sort of, I don't know, the stereotypical definition of what me and you should be like.
What everyone sees people with ours, basically.
Yeah, they think we should hate it. I mean, like, what kind of gets you through those nerves before a gig? Because I'm fine once I get on stage, but Jesus Christ, I am a wreck for a good hour before I go on.
It depends, really. If I'm putting on like a gig, like a festival or something, I'm nervous all day. I'm panicking all day that people are going to turn up. That's what I'm like.
Oh yeah, I've been there, but no, I mean more before you're about to play.
Oh, I'm past that now. I think. Like before I play, I know I'm just gonna knock it out of the park. Really, I'm just used to it now. I'm so used to it now that I know that once I'm on stage, I become like a different character, like more like a monster of myself, but in a good way.
Nice. Because I've known a lot of autistic people who, in private, are actually really good musicians. They just would never think to actually take it to stage level, you know, like just being too frightened of what people are going to think. I mean, if you could give one of those people any advice, what would it be? Like, I mean, I'd give mine, but you're the guest, so
basically just don't be afraid what people think. It doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter, but as long as you enjoy yourself, that's all that matters. Me and my other friends set up a group on Facebook called like the Autistic Music like a group. I can't remember what it was called.
Nice.
But me and my friend Ziggy from another band in Leeds, we just set it up to help other musicians with autism.
Nice. Is that still going?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to it, man.
I'd love to check that out, mate. Actually, Muttley's just told me he's one of us too, and so is Leone from Bitchinau. Sorted. We're all coming out of the woodwork. It's annoying.
Start our own band, man. Start our own bands.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
It's called the Autistic Musicians Network, I think.
Nice, nice, nice.
And Ziggy's in a band called High Visions, and he's also got autism.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a band right there, really, mate. Hey, but Mark can be the manager in it.
Maybe
If we'll actually go up to people and talk to them.
Well, there is that. Muttley asks, is that group open to general music fans as well?
Yeah, I think it should be. Like, yeah.
Okay, Muttley, I'll send you a link when Zach sends it to me.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, honestly, like, thank you for actually divulging that. I had half a feeling that you'd refuse to answer about that stuff.
Oh no, it's fair, man. I'm very open about it. I was only diagnosed a few years ago. So.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting diagnosed later in life these days, to be honest, which I find a bit crazy, if I'm honest. Oh God, sorry. My dad's just put in. Mark, I know why you're laughing. My dad's just put in the chat, Zach. Looks like ZZ Top tonight. 2 beards and a clean shave.
Yes.
I mean, my lockdown beard's coming along well.
Well, the fucked up thing with ZZ Top, the only member who ain't got a beard is called Frank Beard. Like, what's with that?
If he grew one, it'd be too. People would expect it if he grew one.
Yeah.
Mind blown. Right.
No, they should like institute a rule that, like, say for a while, Billy would shave his off, Frank grow his, and then the other guy shave his off, and Billy would grow his back, and just keep rotating it around, and you never
the beards.
Yeah, you never quite know who's gonna have the beards on stage. Oh yeah, no, I just took mine off and stuck it on him. Like,
They wouldn't, and then you wouldn't recognize. Is that the same band? I don't know. They look different.
I might have to be really exciting at one point and run and get my charger. It's only like at the other side of the room, but my phone's nearly dying. And
do it.
Yeah, I will do.
Crack on quickly.
I will do.
Oh, this is the first time we'd ever had a charger go down.
We have to answer a question. It's an urgent question. Tony Fees has asked us several times already. So fear not, Tony will answer it right now. Do they have custard in Canada? The answer is yes. Yes, they do. And in fact, Tim Hortons has custard, little bits of custard in their donuts called the Boston Cream.
I've got it.
And
love it.
It's a good plug-in.
And we can get bird's custard here as well.
Nice. So yes, Dad, they have custard in Canada. Where the hell's that gone? Jesus Christ, he might be the first guest to run away.
He's left us.
Zach, don't run away. Oh shit, he's got his headphones plugged in. He can't hear us. He is coming back, I hope. Oh, there he is.
I'm not long now.
There he is.
This is why you should never work with musicians, man.
It should be changed to never work with children, animals, or musicians.
Yeah, it should be fine in a minute.
But yeah.
Sorted.
Cool. But no, I mean, so
I don't know why I didn't think it'd run out of charge so fast.
It's a phone, mate. Of course it will.
Yeah, it's not an iPhone though.
Just a bit of a Geardo question from me. What is your stage guitar setup at the moment?
I've got like a Fender Squire, like a reddish one. Would you? Nice. I could go. Do you want me to go get my guitar?
No. You're all right.
And a Black Star amp.
Ah, nice. Loving Black Stars. Yeah. Loving it. I need to actually get one for myself, to be honest. Are you much of a pedals guy, or?
Nah, just I just stick to the effects on the amp at the moment. I used to be, but
yeah, I think sometimes the pedals kind of overcomplicate it.
I don't use enough.
Fair enough. I've got another audience question here. Karen Richardson. Hi, Karen. Haven't seen you before. Welcome to the Madhouse to you. How are you feeling about live gigs after lockdown? Nervous, happy, or both?
Everything, all the emotions. You can put them together all in one ball, basically.
Oh, trust me. Like, I was an emotional wreck here, and I might actually get the gig again the other day. I am
really nervous, like, for the first show back. So all I'm thinking is, like, all these people all grouped together. That's not very COVID friendly.
Well,
It's like-
yeah, I suppose we've all sort of accidentally conditioned ourselves to think like that, but a
Yeah,
couple
we
of
have,
shows
yeah.
in and we should be fine.
But at the same time, I can't wait to see someone like bouncing around to my music. It's just going to be.
Oh, trust me.
I think a lot of us are going to have a bit of a cry after the first show.
Probably as soon as it bloody starts, mate. Hey,
I think as musicians, we're already out there, and I did an outdoor concert just in someone's backyard in this summer. So if the opportunity is out there, I think it'll just take a little while for the audience to get used to it, I suspect. But once we're out there and we're excited and we're creating the noise, they'll come and listen.
What's it like over there, man? I feel like the gigs in Canada. Is it still any going? Or
It's pretty much shut down. All the festivals are down, and I haven't heard when we're opening up. You guys have got a dates, but I don't think we've heard anything.
We'll smuggle you over, mate. We'll smuggle you over.
Yeah.
Like, you better just be able to like pack down real small into a little shipping crate or something, innit?
Well, despite our size difference on the screen, I am quite tiny.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've got to rejig the sizes here, really. But, right, okay, guys. So, thank you very much for coming to watch tonight, everyone. I do apologise again for the technical difficulties at the start. If I'm completely honest, it's Mark's fault because he decided to troll me and turn his video off, which then screwed the OBS Zoom stuff.
Oh, yeah, I did this.
Don't you dare! Right, if anyone's in Canada right now, run over to Mark's and keep his finger away from that damn button. But
that's what they said to Donald Trump, man.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, Jesus.
He had a Diet Coke button.
Oh, God.
No, he actually did. He generally installed a Diet Coke button in the room. In the White House.
That is actually a revelation. I never thought I'd hear that on this show. But on that note, people, well, thank you for coming, as always, and thank you for checking out Studio 666 of Welcome to the Madhouse. We will be running these setups with a lot more precision and without Mark trying to fucking troll me.
Oh, get my phone charging.
And without Zach's phone losing charge.
It would have been fine as well. I think it would have been fine.
Well, because Zach, as soon as the new material drops, we need you back.
I'll try and get a few of us on next time as well. Like,
well, honestly, you've been one of our higher numbered episodes, mate. So, thank you.
I'll take that.
Thank you for coming on, buddy. All the new people who came because Zach was here, thank you very much. I bid you welcome to the Madhouse. But for everyone, same time next week, 8 p.m. UK time. Until then, I release you from the Madhouse.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hold it.